Hello and welcome. In this short tutorial, we're going to go through the details of Supta Badha Konasana, reclined bound ankle pose. This pose you will commonly practice at the beginning of an Iyengar based style class, and also I use this in my Hatha Iyengar mix classes. So for those of you who practice with me regularly, you'll be quite familiar with this pose, but it's important we go through the key alignment principles and also how we set ourselves up with the props. So I'm already starting to prepare my first blanket. You will need, if possible, 2 blankets would be best. A bolster, you can substitute a bolster with a couple of books covered with a blanket, all the books being of course the same size, or you can use a couple of firm cushions. Try to have something that is quite firm and can well support your spine. We'll also be using 2 blocks or substituted by 2 firm novels, again uniform in size, and I have a strap. You can use at home, you can use a belt, a long scarf. So let's begin. We're going to first take our bolster and set it up, going long ways along our practice mat or space. We'll have a blanket at the far end of the bolster, which will support your neck and cradle the base of your head. Then it's easy if we sit now in front of the bolster. If you need a little bit more support, you're also able to put a block or a book underneath the bolster here, just to give you that little bit more elevation if it's quite strong for you to begin in this pose, particularly on opening the back and the front body. So then we're going to bind the feet, so bringing the soles of our feet together. And this is a nice little opportunity if you like to just massage and pull your toes and just awaken a bit of chi in your feet. Then with either a belt, a yoga strap or a scarf, we're going to take it around the back. Make sure you're quite low on the lower back. If you find the sort of outer points of your sacrum, that's a great spot to have the strap in contact. And then coming down around the feet, have the buckle to the side so that it doesn't irritate your feet. And then adjust to make it quite firm. You don't want to have your heels pulled in too close. If that's the case, then when you come down, you'll feel too much contraction, especially around the inner part of the pelvis and where our femur, our thigh bone comes up into the pelvis. So to just create a little bit more space there, allowing for blood flow. Don't make it too tight, but we also want to have firm. So finding that happy base in between, the knees are pointed away, and then allow your spine to still be long and tall. Another option, instead of using a strap, is taking another blanket, rolling your blanket, bringing it over the top of the arches of your feet, and then take the blanket underneath the ankle and out over the top. So this is a little less firm than the strap, perhaps a more restorative way to take the pose. And it doesn't give that sort of firm pull across the lower back if that's not something you feel comfortable with. Then we'll take our 2 blocks, we'll place them underneath the outer thigh, and then use your hands to ease yourself into the recline. Here, adjusting your blanket so the blanket comes under the arch of your neck, so we maintain the natural curve of the cervical spine, and the top of the blanket just sits in line with the base of your skull. So it's cradling your whole neck, back of your head. And then when you bring your head down, your chin is turned just slightly in the direction of your sternum. So we're not pulling in, there's no strong constriction in the throat or the jaw, but the back of the neck, the base of the skull is open. The ears are able to roll up towards the top of the skull. And then here, finally adjusting your blocks. So you can bring them in. If it feels strong, the open across the front of your pelvis and groin, you can bring the blocks in quite close to the thigh. Or if you've got a little bit more accessibility there to open up, then taking the block underneath. Adjusting the block with these props as you need. And then finally, taking your arms nice and wide, turn your palms to face up. Close your eyes. Relax your jaw, your tongue. Relax all the lower muscles of your face, your lips, and then your cheeks, your forehead. Relax around the back of your skull, your brain. Feel your neck long, your throat, a very subtle constriction in the front of your throat. A subtle stimulation of the thyroid gland, allowing your whole central nervous system to start to settle down. Relax through the back of your body. Feel your groin and your sacrum together, gently opening. Keep the soles of your feet a little active, so they're still pressing together, but all the muscles around them, the bones, your ankles, are relaxed. And finally, bring your attention to your breath. And with the upper belly, the mid and upper belly, nice and open now, the space for the diaphragm, the ribs are expanded. You can start to bring your breath to your navel, so breathing in at the navel, feel the mid to upper diaphragm, let your breath lift gently up to open the lower ribs, the outer ribs, the mid-chest, and then exhaling in the same way, starting at the mid-chest, and then relaxing your ribs. Your diaphragm gently recedes as you relax and release all the way down to your navel. So you can continue with this very easy, conscious breathing. And if you like, after a little time, you can add a gentle kombuka, a gentle pause at the end of your exhalation. Drawing your navel in a little towards your spine as you feel your abdominal muscles firm. And then open, extend all the muscles, the diaphragm as you breathe in again. And without any strain, starting to lengthen your breath. Bring your attention solely to your breath. And you're welcome to stay in this form for as long as you like. A good 10 minutes before you start your asana practice, or it can also be practiced on its own any time of day. And this completes our tutorial. Hari Om Tat Sat. Namaste.